Art is going to be a huge part of the Renaissance. Renaissance artists are going to use new skills that they developed during the 1400s, and they also are going to use new products. One of these new products is going to be oil paints, which had previously not been used. They also are going to develop shading techniques to enhance the naturalness of images, and they will adjust the size of figures to make it look like the actual size of the figures and the buildings that they are creating. Changing the size is called linear perspective, and these new techniques are going to make it so artists could make their images look more realistic. Previously, images were flat, so people looked flat. Now people actually had shape to them and looked 3D in their portraits. Leonardo da Vinci is going to be one of the most profound artists, scientists, inventors, Renaissance man of the Renaissance. He will start his life on April 15th, 1452 in Vinci, Italy. At 14, he's going to become an apprentice to an artist, and he would learn technical skills, metalworking, leather arts, carpentry, drawing, and sculpting. He really was interested in a little bit of everything. Da Vinci is going to be famous for many different paintings, one of which is The Last Supper. He is very well known for this painting that is still reproduced today. Another painting that Da Vinci is most known for is his painting of the Mona Lisa. And it's said that he made it sometime between 1505 and 1507. And he was commissioned to create this painting. Some people have said that the Mona Lisa was a pregnant woman. Other people have said it's a man in drag. Other people have said she didn't exist. But he was hired by a merchant to create this painting of his wife. Da Vinci actually never delivers the painting to the person that hired him to create it. He kept working on it. He was trying to make it perfect, and he would keep it with him until he died. The Mona Lisa today hangs in the Louvre Museum in Paris, and Da Vinci's interests are going to range far beyond fine art. He's going to study nature, mechanics, anatomy, physics, architecture, weaponry. He would often create accurate, workable designs for machines like the bicycle, helicopter, submarine, military tank, all things that would not come to fruition for centuries after he was alive. Probably because of his abundance of diverse interests, Da Vinci failed to complete a significant number of his paintings and projects. He is going to spend a great deal of time immersing himself in nature, testing scientific laws. He also would dissect bodies, human and animal. He would spend a lot of time thinking and writing about his observations. At some point in his life, he's going to start filling notebooks that were related to 4 broad themes, including painting, architecture, mechanics, and human anatomy. And he will create thousands of pages of neatly drawn illustrations and densely penned commentary, some which was indecipherable to others. And these notebooks are often referred to as Da Vinci's manuscripts or codices. Today they're housed in museum collections, after many of them were scattered around the world after his death. Some of them include plans for a 65-foot mechanical bat, essentially a flying machine. He also is going to contain studies of the human skeleton, muscle, brains, digestive and reproductive systems, which are going to bring a new understanding of the human body to a wider audience. A lot of what he learned and shared are images and ideas that would be used by doctors to learn more about the human body and how it functions. Da Vinci's notebooks, however, are going to have little influence on scientific advancement during the Renaissance period. And Da Vinci, he's going to leave Italy for good in 1516 when the French King Francis I is going to offer him the title of premier painter and engineer and architect to the king. And this gave Da Vinci the opportunity to paint and draw at his leisure while living in a country manor house in France. And that's where he'll spend the rest of his life. But he's going to have a huge impact on society for centuries to come.